Hey guys, it's me, Danny, and I'm back with another conversation. We talking about that Will, August Alstina, Jada Pinkett situation that has been going on for the last week now. So on the 30th of June came out an interview that Angela Yee from the Breakfast Club, which is a New York radio station, is syndicated, it's everywhere. She interviewed August Alsina. I believe he has some new music coming out. And during that conversation, Angela Yee asked August about his relationships, and he started to talk about his relationship with Jada Pinkett. We kind of knew that this was already a relationship anyway. We knew it was a thing. Y'all, I got to take this earring off because it's going to keep on smacking it, and I can't listen to it. Sorry. Okay, so we knew that it was a thing. We saw them out. We saw some pictures of them. I believe that there were some things that was on the internet or something, and there was speculation already about what was going on with the two of them. Jada started explaining it like, oh no, he's like, mentally unstable or something, and I'm just a friend of his and I'm helping him. We saw like video of like Will somewhere, and in that video, when Will was going on all his adventures or something, I think August was around at that time, so people were already speculating. We already had the conversation with Will and Jada talking about how they have a different kind of relationship. I don't remember what they called it, but they have a different kind of relationship. Like, yes, they are married, but the way their marriage works isn't like in the traditional roles, the traditional Christian roles. And so we already knew that they kind of like dated other people, and that was okay. We also knew that there had been rumors flying that they were like swingers or, some kind of situation like that. So to hear August right now tell us that he dated Jada, for me was like, okay, and so what? I think that it became a even bigger deal though, because Jada decided that she was going to bring herself to the red table and discuss the situation. Past Friday, on Red Table Talk, Jada came on. Everybody was waiting to be like, okay, what's she going to say? What's going to happen? We want an explanation. That's what people were saying. I didn't really feel like I needed one, but for y'all, I had to watch it. I did. So Jada gets on there, and she's basically being supported by Will or questioned by Will. We wasn't really sure. At least I wasn't. I was like, is he supporting her? Is he questioning her? Or is he holding her feet to the fire? Like, what's happening? Because I'm not sure. But nonetheless, there was a conversation. Now, in this conversation, the biggest thing everybody wants to go off of is Jada talking about the situation between her and August. She called an entanglement, and everybody's like, oh, an entanglement, that's what you want to call it? But yes, they were entangled together because Will and Jada are still married. Okay, I know y'all want to call that a relationship, but let me tell you, I don't care if it's a man and a woman. I don't care if it's a woman and a woman. I don't care if it's a man and a man. If you want to get involved with somebody who is married, you are entangled with that situation. You ain't in a relationship with them, okay? Because it can go but so far, because they already married, okay? I'm sorry, people. I know some of y'all want to be like, I don't like the word entangled, but that's just because it doesn't give enough credit, you feel like, to August. But August didn't want that much credit because he said, in his recanting of the story, he asked another man, could he sleep with and deal with his wife? That's being entangled with people. That is not your own relationship. They did not have their own relationship together. He was intertwined in a relationship that was already going on. And yes, Will did say that he was done with Jada and that he didn't want to talk to her, and they wasn't doing nothing. But marriages go through those kind of patches sometimes. And if you want to try to interject yourself into a marriage that has not completely ended, you probably going to get your heart broken. That's just how relationships work. I don't care if it's an open relationship. I don't care if it's a closed relationship. I don't care if it's a secret lovers. I don't care if everybody know and it's on the up and up. The person coming into something that's already established, 9 times out of 10, they're going to get their feelings hurt because their expectations of what could be never include the fact that there is a relationship still going on. Sorry, if y'all don't like that. I mean, I'm just saying. So, Jada says that they were involved in an entanglement, and that what seems to have happened is that at some point, Will and Jada, after conversations, I'm sure a lot of arguments, some counseling, and some reconciliation, decided that they were going to continue their marriage. This then puts August in a bad predicament, because it seems that August wanted this relationship to carry on. But he didn't think, like I said before, that it would carry on and Will would still be her husband, because he didn't take into consideration that they could reconcile. Okay. And I just feel like that's usually what happens, or the person just never really like gets divorced. That's another thing. Like, we separated, I got you, but we can't legally move but so far ourselves in a relationship if you still legally tied to somebody else. So what seems to have happened is Will told Jada, I don't rock with you, I'm done with you, I don't like you. Jada, sad and depressed about her husband saying he don't want to be with her, turned to somebody that she already was in some type of, friendship, closeness with. And there probably was some sexual, tension going on between the two of them. And so now, because my husband left me, I'm about to, spread them wide with you real quick. And August liking Jada probably from the beginning, because August came over and he was probably, I think that his mental state was really that he was like sad and depressed. And I think Jada was supposed to be helping him through some of his situations. And a lot of times you can become infatuated with the person who is helping you through some things, okay? Jada also said that she really does like helping people, and it does a thing for her. Some people are like that. Some people love a project. I used to date a person who loves a project. When they thought I was down and I was out and I didn't have anything, they really wanted to be with me. As soon as they started to see me elevate and get back up on my own too, and be my own person, they kind of just looked at me like, what you want me to do? Like, I just really wanted to help you, and now you don't need help, so what can we do, right? That's pretty much where it seemed like the Jada and August situation went to. Jada was loving that he wanted to be helped. He was loving that she was helping her. That led to some sketchy, probably, sexual situations. Everybody is an adult now. Everybody is an adult. Calm down. But, they probably shouldn't have crossed the line into, intimacy just because they were trying to do, helps. But other than that, so many people do that. Like, there's so many people who come to a woman and he broken because his wife don't treat him right. And, she just don't get me, and you really get me, and you see me, and you understand me. And the woman is usually like, I got you, I'm going to help you out, I'm going to love you through all of this. Can you pay a couple of these bills over here because some money ain't right over here? Something like that. And they both have a need, and because of the need, there becomes a sexual relationship that they never can really like mesh all the way together, and that's why their relationship don't never really work. He usually end up going back to his wife, or he starts dealing with other women because he look at her like, you're just a person who's healing me, you're not a person I will stay with forever. And she looking at him like, oh, now that you feeling better, you don't need me, I don't like you either. That all of that is what happens. So Will and Jada decide they're going to get back together. August is out in the cold. Jada was just like, my husband back, I don't know what to tell you. I got to get it right with this man so that he don't leave me, because we got kids together and we got our life together, home, career, future, all of that. I can't leave none of that, and I won't leave none of that for you. You was like a thing, not forever. August was like, what you mean I'm not a forever? I had fantasies about it. But they went their separate ways, okay? a project before this one for August Alsina. He put out a song. I don't know if it was an album. I don't really follow his music, but he put out a song, I know, that was titled with Jada Pinkett's middle name. And I don't know what was in it, but I remember there was a little bit of controversy back then. It was just kind of like, oh my goodness, I know they dating now. We know they dating now, right? But the Smiths said nothing about it. It only was because everybody keeps saying so many things and started calling Jada a predator, I believe is why they spoke about it. Also, I think that it was because August said that he sat down and that he basically got, not basically, he said he got Will's permission. And I think that Will was like, what we not going to do is be out here thinking that I'm sitting around with dudes saying, yeah, go ahead and sleep with my wife. That's not what happened. That's not how that happened. And he was like, we got to clear that up because I don't need no other dudes like approaching me to be like, hey, can I sleep with your wife too? Can I kick it with her for a little while? Because Will, like, I ain't that dude. Like, y'all keep on trying to think that I'm like, clean and nice, and I'm not. And I really don't want to be out here looking like this. And he was like, Jada, I need you to let these people know, like, you got me out here looking crazy because you wanted to do this. Because if anybody saw the interview when they were talking about their relationship, this kind of open relationship thing was Jada's idea. It wasn't Will's. Will wanted to have the traditional marriage. Jada didn't want to have that thing, and Will was like, I love you so much, I'm willing to do this thing. I mean, don't worry about it, because if you get out in the open, I'm going to get out in the open, just so we know, but I'm willing to do this thing because you are the woman for me. I want to live out my life with you. I want to be my olden days with you. So whatever we got to do to make that work, I'm in. And Jada was like, sometimes I might want to see other people. And Will was like, all right, cool. Do that mean I can see other people too? And Jada was like, yes, I could. Do what you got to do. And that's what seems like they have been doing. And it seems like it has been working for them pretty good up until August decided to tell his story. Because there was one point when Will said that he needed to get Jada back. And Jada was like, oh, I think you already got me back. And Will was like, I don't really think so. I think what Will was saying was like, don't nobody know the people that I've been, kicking it with. But somebody going to know soon. Don't worry about it. I'm going to pick one of the really good ones. And we're going to let the people know, oh, this is what we'll be out here doing. So that you can see what it feel like when the people come for you. Now that they know who I be kicking it with. All of this for me is not a big deal. I mean, I've already said before that I think that the way that they love each other is on another level, and you got to get to another level of consciousness to decide that you want to be able to be with somebody, even though sometimes they might want to explore other people. I feel like that is a less conditional love than the one that we have traditionally been used to patterning in the past. It ain't for everybody. It probably isn't even for most people, but whatever they do at their house is what they do at their house. What we do at ours don't make them stop doing what they're doing, and what they are doing at their house don't change your relationship at all. You don't got to be mad about the way they do it. You don't got to, get upset about it. You don't got to call them names. They not crazy. They just not you, boo. Okay? So these three people at some point were entwined, entangled, whatever she called it. They were connected. If at nothing else, Will knew about him, and they probably saw each other because Will and Jada still had children. Will was probably still coming through the house. He probably saw August many places. Like I said, I believe we saw him in one of the videos anyway. And because Will was not tripping about it, that could mean that August felt like he had Will's permission. Perception is very interesting, because however one person sees a situation is not the same as how the next person will see the same exact situation. And so he may have felt like he got permission where Will kind of felt like, I just didn't care. So call it what you want. Anyway, y'all don't gotta trip so much. Work on your own relationships. Make them be what you want them to be, and stop worrying about what everybody else doing over at their house, unless somebody is doing something at their house that is also involving somebody at your house. But that's just me, and I'm just saying.